All right, boys, we are early on into College Football 25. This is the pre-release gameplays we've been seeing, and I've got Henry and Skimbo up. If you guys want to watch some really good Madden or college football gameplay here, I would really encourage you to check out the Henry and Skimbo game, and then the Henry and Dubby game on both Skimbo's and Henry's channel and Dubby's channel as well. I think those are the best games to kind of get a glimpse of what's going to be really effective next year, right? These guys, those two guys are super lab rats, and they are just really good at finding the best stuff in the game. That being said, I want to dive into kind of some of my big points just in terms of what we've learned about this game in the first couple of hours that we've been able to actually see some real gameplay from some of the best players in the world. Now, a couple things. I've got 3 defenses for you that I want you to check out at launch. I'm also going to have 3 offenses for you. So the first defense, the one that I think is going to be the best, I did a video on it already on the channel, is 3-3-5 penny. You're going to see right here, Henry's going to be able to scream up that B gap, and then he has that spy there. A really nice little 4-man, 5-man, could even potentially even be like a 3-man edge rush. Really good at getting pressure. It's going to force your opponent to have to consistently block the running back. There you see drop picks are still drop picks. But 3-3-5 penny is going to be a really good defense, and it's going to be something you're going to need to check out. A lot of different things we can do from an alignment. I predicted that nickel 3-3-5 normal or 3-3-5 cub was going to be the best defense in college football. And here we see 3-3-5 penny, which looks very similar to 3-3-5 cub, is, in my opinion, the best day one defense. We're going to be dropping a full ebook on this defense on our school.com community page. We're not only going to break down the blitzes, we're going to break down how to stop the run, because you're going to need a good run defense, stopping RPOs, some of the glitch plays that you've been seeing all day long. We're going to show you how to stop those. And we're going to show you some of the best coverages for just your basic offenses that are, pretty high level. So if you guys want to get all my ebooks for college and for Madden, those are going to be linked in the description. Real quick, did want to show, if you looked at that left side, the smart routed out route on solo wide receivers is really, really, really good, or just about a 10 to 15-yard out route. That is a really, really good route. It's going to be amazing in the red zone. It's going to be amazing in the red zone for you. That deep smart routed out route, it's going to be really good. In my opinion, trips-based sets seem to be meta, seem to be really good. And when I say trips-based sets, I mean trips tied in, I mean bunch, I mean cluster, I mean this formation you see Henry running, which is Y-off trio weak. These formations are really good. A lot of one-play touchdown formulas are already coming into fruition. For example, if you want to bomb cover 2, call the play verticals at a trips tied in, put the running back on an in route as a check down, and that seam streak will consistently be able to bomb cover 2 up the seam. Another thing that is important to talk about is kicking. Really not seeing this be a big issue, but in college football 25, kicking field goals is much, much, much more difficult. Now, the defense that Skimbo is running, we didn't really cover that. I'll come back to that when Skimbo's on the other side of the ball, and then I'll give you one other defense to kind of check out, and that's a 3-3-5 over. Reason 3-5 over is going to be good is because you can loop the linebackers through the B gap to create a blitz from depth, kind of similar to what we were doing out of free safety zone blitz out of $, or LB blitz 0 out of 3-3 in Madden 24. That's kind of the idea or line of thinking. Excuse me, dollar is not as good as we've seen it in past from what I've seen so far. Randomly, it does really scream, though. Okay, so I wanted to continue, and let's talk now about some of the option defenses and stuff. There, from what I have seen so far in all of the games and everything, we haven't seen like a Jurtle pitch or anything like that. What I'm going to be predicting for option defense is you're going to want to have certain coaching adjustments that are going to make it easier to defend the option. For example, you're going to want to always force them to keep it with the quarterback, and then you're going to want to force that quarterback to have to keep it himself, which is the slower of the players. There you see Skimbo hitting that smart routed out route type thing that I was talking about. I actually don't know what offense Skimbo is running here. Deuce close. I did want to mention this about Deuce close. Pretty much any under center stretch is really, really, really good. Here we go. Gun cluster. Look at that out route on the right side. It was wide open. He just didn't throw it. And he's going to end up taking a sack. Quarterbacks, mobile quarterbacks are going to be the meta. One of the things reason I wanted to show this specific game is you see 2 of the best blitzes in the game. The other thing that you see is Henry is using Alabama. Alabama is the best team in college football 25, and I don't think that it's particularly close. Reason being is because they have the best quarterback in the game, Jalen Milroe, with the super fat, with the scrambling archetype quarterback, but could still make all the throws you need him to be able to make. You've got fast receivers, 3 fast receivers. Their tight end's not the best, but from a receiving threat, he does fine. And then defensively, you've got a ton of fast corners. When you are playing a regs game mode, you're not playing MUT, you're playing a regs game mode. And this is true of MUT for the majority of the early on. Speed is king. Speed is king, especially in the way that this game is shaping up to be played. Abilities are not going to be it's going to be different than Madden. In Madden, you're pretty much choosing a card because of abilities. In college football, you're going to be choosing cards primarily due to their speed, and their abilities are going to kind of be secondary, which I'm super excited for. Cover 3, cover 4, cover 2 bombs are all in this game. That does not mean that the cover 2 bomb works against the cover 3 coverage. Also, one other thing I wanted to note just from what we've been seeing around the community today, cover 2 is no good. I would not be running cover 2. Cloud flats, for some reason, not sure why, they suck inside like a lot. They don't defend the sidelines, which is terrible, but cover 2 is really not a great thing. Offenses to check out, trips tight end. I think trips tight end is going to be the best offense because it allows you to run a lot of the mainstay strong passing concepts, but it also has really good runs, RPO game. It has a quarterback zone that is really good. Trips tight end to me is the best offense. It's going to be the offense that I'm going to be dropping my epic on day one. We're going to have some other stuff for you as well. I do think cluster is worth checking out. Here we're going to see, do we go into halftime here? How's Skimbo have the ball? Did I miss Skimbo's defensive possession? Let's back this up. Let's see if I can go find him playing defense. Totally missed it because I wanted to show you the formation he's using. And now we're going to get this loading stuff, even though I downloaded it. Shout out to YouTube Premium because we download a video and it won't let us see the clip. Okay, so let's take a look here at Skimbo's defense. So Skimbo is in, I believe it's 3-3-5 mint. This is very similar to 3-3-5 odd, 2-4-5 odd, and kind of running the contain blitz. I just wanted to show you kind of what he's doing. So if you look here, all we're doing is this is probably, I don't know the exact adjustments, right? But we're going to contain off that edge. See that right there? See that little engagement? That's going to require Henry to block his running back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have the potential for that contain to be able to come in. That's what makes this defense in particularly really good. So you see here again. And you see Henry's having to block his running back. The pocket's kind of breaking down. Send 5 in college football 25. Trust me, you want to be sending 5. And I'm going to explain why in just a second. Okay, so the reason that you want to be sending 5 in this year's game, number one, you need to be able to stop the run. Sending 5 is going to help you stop the run. It's also going to help you contain mobile quarterbacks. Another really big important piece of sending 5 is as I said before, cloud flats are not the move, right? Cloud flats are not good in this game. You don't really want to be running cloud flats. You don't really want to be running deep half zones, right? From what we've seen, at least in this early stage of the game, right? But the cover 3, the thirds with, you see here, thirds with hard flats. Look at how these hard flats kind of play inside outside. Not terrible. He has a little bit better user there. He might be able to get back there and defend that. Also, this is going to be, the year of switch stick. Switch stick is going to be important to learn. When you send 5, you're going to be able to put your user in a zone, and your pass rush is not going to suffer. So switch stick is going to be really key to learn. The next thing I wanted to go over is the offenses. So trip side in, cluster. And then that third offense is kind of up to you. I think Flexbone could be decent. The thing with the option schemes, they're going to be good, but there are going to be easy ways, simple methods to slow those down. So that's just kind of something that just kind of keep that in mind. But we are going to have an option scheme on our school site within the first couple of weeks of the game is out. But again, I just want you to notice how these hard flats play. They play kind of inside outside. So what I'm getting at here is they're going to defend the flats, but they're also going to kind of defend a little bit of that vert hook area of the field. So it allows you to be a little bit more aggressive on the deeper in routes, the deeper crossing routes, the things like that, right? So I would say if you want to check out an option offense, perfectly fine. Another offense, though, that I do think is really good is either going to be an under center, like halfback stretch based offense. I actually think that's going to be a really good offense to run. Or the other thing that you might want to check out is going to be the super spread out formations like gun trips, gun trio, Y off trio weeks, what Henry's running here, like where you're really spacing the field horizontally. I do think those sets are going to be really good because the RPO game is going to be good this year. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get access to all of our ebooks, all of our tips, all that stuff, subscribe and check out the school website. Links in the description for that. $10 gets you access to all of the offensive and defensive ebooks for Madden and for College Football 25.